Yeah, hello students, and that is the continuation of our previous lecture. So we were discussing about different types of antibodies, and I had told you we are having depending upon the constant region or depending upon the constant region of heavy chain, we are having 5 isotopes of antibodies, and they are IgG, IgA, IgM, IgD and IgE. IgM was the largest one with 5 different subunits. Subunits were joined together with J chain and they were having a secretory component as well. Similarly, IgA is a dimer having 2 subunits joined together by J chain, also having secretory component. IgG, IgD and IgE were monomeric, and to be very specific, to be very important, you have to remember that IgE is a mediator of allergic reactions. Alright. So now the next part which we have to discuss, that how a antigen and antibody interaction occur, antigen antibody interaction. What you have learned earlier on, that an antibody molecule, again I am repeating that part, an antibody molecule is having a Y-shape structure with heavy chains and light chains. Both the heavy chains and light chains is having a variable region and a constant region. In that variable region, there is an area which is more and more variable, hyper variable region, and that hyper variable region, to be very exact, is the paratop, and paratop is fragment of antigen binding, and an antigen comes and bind here, antigen comes and bind here. So antigen antibody binding is like a lock and key binding, it's a lock and key interaction. A specific antibody can only bind to a specific antigen. A specific antibody or specific paratop can interact with a specific epitope only. So binding of antigen and antibody is like lock and key. Moreover, this bond which is formed between antigen and antibody, they are very permanent bond or they are certain a weak bond. Answer to that question is that these are weak bonds. It's like that antigen, for example, I am having certain antibody of the same specificity. In the previous lecture I have told you about B cell clonal expansion. Remember that monoclonal and polyclonal expansion. Case number 1, let me revise polyclonal expansion here as well. I am having a pathogen in my body and there are different antigenic determinant which are present on this pathogen, and there are several antibodies. There is an antibody which is formed for this, other antibody which is formed for this. This expansion is polyclonal expansion, this expansion is polyclonal expansion, but there are certain epitopes which are similar and certain antibodies they are binding to it. These antibodies are same, these 5 antibodies are same, and we call that clonal expansion. It might be a case I am having more antibodies which are having same paratop and they are free here, and this antigen from here, it is jumping from here to here to here and to here. What I am trying to tell you, that this bond is not a permanent bond, this bond is a weak bond, and sometimes the antigen from this paratop can jump to other paratop which is having the same specificity. Anyways, so epitope paratop or antigen antibody interaction, there are 5 ways a antibody can interact with the antigen. There are 5 ways, there are 5 ways by which a antibody can interact with the antigen. What is the whole soul function of antibody? The whole soul function of antibody is to diminish the action of antigen. भाई एंटीजन जो है वो पैथोजन है, तो कैसे भी करके एंटीबॉडी उसके एक्शन को खत्म करना चाहता है. सो द 5 ways by which an antibody interact with the antigen. First way which I am going to tell you is agglutination. Second way they can interact is opsonization. Third way they can interact is precipitation. Third way is precipitation. Fourth way, they can interact, antibody can interact with the antigen, is neutralization. And the fifth and last way, antibody interact with the antigen is lysis. It's like you are having a problem in your surrounding and you are going to tackle it. Your body is having a problem inside and body is making certain molecule which can tackle those problem, and those molecules are exactly antibody. So what antibody do? Either they can agglutinate the different antigens. What is the meaning of term agglutination? You just tell me which is the first antibody to be produced in my body after an infection. The first antibody to be produced in my body is IgG AMDE. Any idea? Answer is IgM. In the primary and secondary immune response, we have discussed that. Even in the IgM, in the classification of antibody, we have discussed it. So how IgM look like? This is a chain which we call J chain, and this J chain, to this J chain, there are 5 different type of monomeric unit which are attached. So total number of paratop become 10. This is how a IgM is. This IgM, this is free IgM, this is not membrane bound IgM. This IgM is free IgM, and this is how IgM is. There is one IgM here, there is other IgM here, J chain, then certain antibodies. I am making single chain, please don't get confused, there are 2 chains. अगर हम exactly बात करें, the structure must be something like this. The structure must be something like this. You must be wondering कि what wrong with Junaid sir, why he is again and again drawing a single heavy chain. There are 2 heavy chains like this. Everything. Let's say this is other antibody. Let me make 2 heavy chains. Again they would be like this. I am not going to correct this one. That's unlucky or unfortunate monomeric unit which is not having any correction. Alright, let's say there is a cell here. Even all the body cells have antigen. मैं self antigen का किस्सा बताया तो let's say there is one RBC. RBC is having antigen here, antigen here. RBC is also having antigen here, and to this antigen other antibody might come and bind. And this antibody bind, or this antibody might be having different monomeric unit. Let's say there is one RBC which is like this, other RBC which is like this, and so on. So by binding of antibody with an antigen, there is clumping of cell. जब आप ब्लड टेस्ट करते हैं तो एग्जैक्टली यही होता है. या कोई पैथोजन जाएगा, द फर्स्ट वे योर बॉडी डील विद इट, देयर बॉडी इज मेकिंग IgM and your body is trying to clump the different pathogenic site, different pathogen together. तो पहला तरीका क्या होता है किसी भी इन्फेक्शन को ख़त्म करने का, कि जो भी इन्फेक्टिव एजेंट है उनको आपस में क्लम्प कर दे, उनको आपस में एग्लूटिनेट कर दे. तो जो भी पैथोजन बॉडी के अंदर आए उनको आपस में क्लम्प या एग्लूटिनेट करके उनको ख़त्म किया जाता है. दिस इज फर्स्ट वे योर बॉडी डील विद द पैथोजन, योर एंटीबॉडीज डील विद द पैथोजन. So what is the definition of agglutination? How you are going to define agglutination? It is the clumping of different pathogenic molecule, different pathogenic antigen, clumping of several pathogenic antigen together, several pathogenic antigens together. So first way a antibody deal with antigen is agglutination. And which is the best agglutin? Those which are having the highest number of hands. And which is having highest number of hands? Answer is IgM. The best agglutin is IgM. How should I mention it here? Example, for example, there are 2 examples which you have to remember: best agglutin and best opsonization. Answer is IgM. Others also undergo agglutination as well. IgG also undergo agglutination, but if you have been asked the best agglutinin, answer should be IgM. The first way to counterbalance the effect of pathogen is agglutination. Second way, and a very smart way to counterbalance the attack of pathogen, is opsonization. As I told you, opsonization is the binding of an antibody over a pathogen and then making it easily recognizable by phagocytotic cell. It is how you define opsonization: binding of an antibody over pathogen makes it easily recognizable by phagocytotic cells, and which is the best opsin? The best opsin is IgG antibody. IgG immunoglobulin is commonly known as opsin. So बताया था कि ऑप्सोनाइजेशन का मतलब कुछ ऐसा होता है कि लेट्स से दिस हियर इज ए पैथोजन and that pathogen is not able to pick up by this phagocytotic cell. This phagocytotic cell is not a mood in order to engulf this. What you have been doing, you are covering this pathogen. This is antibody molecule, this cloth is antibody molecule. You are covering this pathogen with this antibody molecule. Now this bread has been completely covered by butter, jam, peanut butter is there, which is very tasty. This phagocytotic molecule, it can easily engulf it now. So by binding of antibody, antigen is easily recognized by phagocytotic cell. The answer to that question is opsonization. तो पहला तरीका है कि भाई सर सबके उठा के आपस में ब्रूम ख़त्म कर दो. अब एग्लूटिनेट नहीं हो पा रहे हैं, एग्लूटिनेशन होने के लिए सिमिलर एपिटॉप्स होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. एग्लूटिनेट नहीं हो पा रहे हैं, सेकंड तरीका क्या है? हाथ पकड़ो, शोर मचा दो पुलिस को कि प्लीज़ कम हियर इज़ द थीफ. जो भी आपकी बॉडी के अंदर थीफ आया है, जो भी आपके जो मैं बताया था आपको कि आप योर बॉडी इज इन अ वॉर एंड इट्स लाइक ए बिग फोर्ट एंड समबडी हैज़ बीन एंटर्ड इनसाइड इलीगली. तो व्हाट योर एंटीबॉडीज आर डूइंग, दे हैव बीन जस्ट होल्डिंग देयर हैंड, दे हैव बीन होल्डिंग देयर हेयर्स and they have been calling police. Who is police here? The phagocytotic cell. Which two cells are phagocytotic? Neutrophils and macrophages. So neutrophils reaches very very fast and go and do dishum whatever. So either they have been, it's like you have been finding a thief and you have been reporting to police. It's like you have been fighting with thief by itself. Third way is precipitation. Sometimes what happens, there are certain pathogens which are very easily soluble in your plasma. And something which is very easily soluble, that is very hard to detect. तो अगर आपके पर्टिकुलर एरिया में, आपके गांव में, आपके शहर में कुछ चोर आ जाते हैं, वो जो चोर है वो देखने में आपके शहर के लोगों के जैसे लगते हैं, या आपकी बॉडी सेल को पहचानना बड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है कि यार ये सेल्फ या नॉन सेल्फ है. तो वो जो सॉल्युबल एंटीजेंस हैं उनको इनगल्फ करना बड़ा मुश्किल रहता है. तो एंटीबॉडी उनके साथ बाइंड करके उनको सॉल्युबल से इनसॉल्युबल में कन्वर्ट कर देती है और खूब सारों के साथ बाइंड करके एक प्रेसिपिटेट बना देगा, और प्रेसिपिटेट आके फैगोसाइटोटिक फिर से इनगल्फ कर देगा, या फिर आपके साइटोटॉक्सिक टी सेल आके उसमें ड्रिल कर देगा. XYZ जो भी कुछ करना है, जो भी इम्यून रेस्पॉन्स करना है वो बाद की बात है. इट्स नॉट अबाउट फैगोसाइटोटिक सेल ओनली, इट्स अबाउट द एक्शन ऑफ टी सेल एज वेल. तो थर्ड वे इज प्रेसिपिटेशन. प्रेसिपिटेशन इज बाइंडिंग of antibody with antigen, convert it into insoluble precipitate, which is very easily engulfed by phagocytotic cell. Precipitate, which is readily engulfed by phagocyte. Right? Or other immune action has been done. So either what you can do, जो नहीं पहचानने में आ रहा उसको पहचान के बता दो. Second one, आप उसको पकड़ो और आपको लाइक आफ्टर बाइंडिंग देयर सर्टेन मॉलिक्यूल विच हैज़ बीन रिलीज्ड एंड दे अट्रैक्ट फेगोसाइटोटिक सेल, एग्लूटिनेशन कर दो, या फिर उसको समझाओ कि देखो बॉडी को नुकसान पहुंचाना अच्छी बात नहीं है, आपके जो जितने भी पैथोजेनिक कंपोनेंट है इनको ना आप न्यूट्रलाइज कर लीजिए, इनको नॉन पैथोजेनिक बना दीजिए, या कोई बात नहीं हम आपको आपके साथ बाइंड करके उन पैथोजेनिक कंटेंट को कवर कर लेते हैं, बाद में आपको खाना पीना बंद कर देंगे तो आप खुद ही मर जाओगे। तो न्यूट्रलाइजेशन का मतलब होता है कि बाइंडिंग ऑफ एंटीबॉडी विद एंटीजन न्यूट्रलाइज द पैथोजेनिक इफेक्ट ऑफ एंटीजन। बाइंडिंग ऑफ एंटीबॉडी टू एन एंटीजन, इट न्यूट्रलाइज द पैथोजेनिक टॉक्सिन्स। तो आप क्या कर सकते हैं, आप खुद फाइट कर दो, आप पुलिस वालों को कॉल कर दो, या फिर आप जो गुनहगार है उसको गुनहगार साबित कर दो, या फिर आप उनको समझा दो कि प्लीज़ ऐसा ना करें। और अगर बात नहीं बनती है, फिफ्थ वे इज़ डैट कि आपको उनके अंदर ड्रिल मशीन चलानी पड़ेगी, एंड दैट ड्रिल मशीन इज लाइसिस। बाइंडिंग ऑफ एंटीबॉडी ओवर द वॉल ऑफ पैथोजन can cause lysis of the wall of pathogen. Binding of antibody causes lysis in pathogenic wall. This is the fifth way how a antibody interact with the antigen. So if you have been ever asked about antigen antibody interaction, certain things to remember. It is an epitope-paratope interaction. It occurs in a lock and key fashion. There are 5 ways in which it can interact: agglutination, opsonization, third is precipitation, fourth is neutralization, and fifth is lysis. I hope the concept is clear now. Is that clear? Next, let me tell you about little bit about monoclonal antibody as well. जब antibodies पढ़ ही रहे हैं तो before starting the new topic, let me give you a brief idea what are monoclonal antibody. By definition, those antibodies are specialized to bind to a specific antigen. This is what we call monoclonal antibody. हमारे बॉडी में पैथोजन आया, उस पैथोजन के पास खूब सारे एपिटॉप्स हैं, तो हमारा बॉडी कैसा एंटीबॉडी बना रहा है? पॉलीक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी। पर अगर आप एक पैथोजन के लिए, उसके एक स्पेसिफिक एंटीजन के लिए, स्पेसिफिक मॉलिक्यूल के लिए एंटीबॉडी डिज़ाइन करना चाहते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी। तो नॉर्मली तो ये पूछा जाता है मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी किस टेक्निक से डेवलप किया जाता है। आंसर टू दैट क्वेश्चन इज हाइब्रिडोमा टेक्नोलॉजी। बट आई विल बी टेकिंग 5 minutes मोर एंड आई विल बी टेलिंग यू व्हाट इज हाइब्रिडोमा टेक्नोलॉजी, हाउ मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडीज आर प्रोड्यूस्ड, एंड फ्यू एग्जांपल्स ऑफ मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी. So concept of monoclonal antibody nowadays in biotechnology as well as in research purpose, in the detection of so many disease, even cancer, monoclonal antibodies has been used in the detection of so many disease, in detection of cancer, and even in the treatment of autoimmune disease, even in the treatment of organ rejection, even in the treatment of internal blood clot, you have been using monoclonal antibody. तो जैसे ये सिलेबस आगे चलता जाएगा, you will be getting the idea of monoclonal antibody. The next topic is monoclonal antibodies. Definition: they bind to a specific antigen only. They are designed to bind with a specific antigen only, and such antibodies are known as monoclonal antibody. कैसे बनता है पहले ये बता देता हूं, फिर उस टेक्निक का नाम लिख देंगे और 2 एग्जाम्पल पढ़ लेंगे, ठीक है. मेथडोलॉजी: हाउ मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी आर प्रोड्यूस्ड इन लेबोरेटरी. लेट्स से वी आर हैविंग एंटीजन A, and I really want to make an antibody which is specific only and only to antigen A. That is not specific to all over the world. I am injecting antigen A to a mice, injected in mice. What would happen? हाउ माइस वुड रिएक्ट? सरदार बहुत खुश हुआ कि भाई आपने हमें एंटीजन दिया है. नो, माइस इम्यून सिस्टम वुड स्टार्ट रिएक्टिंग अगेंस्ट इट and mice immune system would be making antibody which are specific to antigen A. Mice immune system would be making antibody which are specific to antigen A. After few time, after few days, you are going to remove spleen of mice. This spleen of mice is having the information of antigen A, having certain B cells which are cloned against antigen A, certain plasma cell which are making antibody against antigen A. So all the things would be present in spleen. I am just removing that spleen. On the other hand, I am taking in culture some myeloid cancer cell. Myeloid cells are those one which are pluripotent, already discussed. And why we are taking cancers? Because they are having a enormous power of multiplication. They are having, in this culture, I am having certain cell which are myeloid or myelogenous stem cell. I am just mentioning cancer cell here in order to show they are having enormous power of multiplication. Myelogenous stem cell, and here I am growing the cell. Let me make them red in color. Spleen cell of that mice. Now I will be making a common culture here, and in that common culture I am putting spleen cell of mice as well as this myelogenous stem cell. It would be like this. These are your spleen cell, these are your myelogenous, these are your myelogenous stem cell, and there would be certain cell which are formed by the fusion of these cell. There would be certain cell, let me make them in green. These special cell are formed by the fusion of this cell and this cell. I mean to say this cell and this cell fuse together and make a new cell. These cells are known as hybrid cell. These cells are known as hybrid cell. I will be making a culture which allows only the growth of hybrid cell. I will be making a culture which allows only the growth of hybrid cell. This hybrid cell, it have a power to produce antibody of which specificity? Antigen A, as well as it have a power to multiply on a very faster rate. I will be maintaining this culture, and the product of this cell, they would be antibodies, and these antibodies are specific to which antigen? A antigen. These antibodies are known as monoclonal antibody. So when you have been asked monoclonal antibody are produced by which technology? They are produced by hybridoma technology. They are produced, ये नाम समझाने के लिए ये सब बताया था एक्चुअली, हाइब्रिडोमा टेक्नोलॉजी. तो हाइब्रिडोमा टेक्नोलॉजी में आप माइस का स्प्लीन ले लेते, पहले माइस को इंजेक्ट करते हैं विद अ स्पेसिफिक एंटीजन, माइस का स्प्लीन रिमूव करके उसको कल्चर कर लेते हैं, कुछ माइलोजिनस स्टेम सेल या कैंसर सेल कल्चर कर लेते हैं, देन कॉमन कल्चर में लेंगे, कुछ सेल्स हाइब्रिड बन जाएंगी, कुछ हाइब्रिड नहीं बनेंगी, जो हाइब्रिड बन गई उनको अलग से कल्चर करके एंड उनका जो प्रोडक्ट है दे वुड बी मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी. इज दैट क्लियर बेटा? There are two classical examples. There are so many monoclonal antibodies which has been used. So many. I am telling you example of monoclonal antibody. One is OKT3. किसी का ऑर्गन फेलर हो गया है, आप उसको ऑर्गन ट्रांसप्लांट कर रहे हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली उसका जो टी सेल इम्यूनिटी है वो ऑर्गन ट्रांसप्लांटेशन को रिजेक्ट करेगा. अब टी सेल इम्यूनिटी के लिए, टी सेल रिसेप्टर के लिए एक स्पेशल एंटीबॉडी आती है जिसको बोलते हैं OKT3, एंड OKT3 is given to the patient to reduce rejection of organ or to reduce kidney organ transplantation. It is used to reduce kidney rejection. There is another antibody which prevent your blood to clot inside your vessels. The name of that monoclonal antibody is RioPro. Nowadays it has been asked in so many exams ReoPro is a monoclonal antibody which is used to prevent blood clotting. A monoclonal antibody which has been used for the treatment of cancer. The name of that monoclonal antibody is Herceptin. It has been used for the diagnosis and for the control of breast cancer. So Herceptin is used for diagnosis of breast cancer. So that is about the concept of antibody here. ठीक है बेटा. In this lecture we are just studying this part, and that is actually complete of antigen and antibody structure and their function. In the next video I will be telling you the concept of MSC molecule. I will be telling you the concept of organ transplantation. Then we will be talking about lymphoid organ and active and passive immunity. So this is all for today. Please complete both the videos. Next video would be uploaded by tomorrow evening.